Guys, and welcome back to Bree Fitness. So today we're going to be talking about the menstrual cycle. So if you don't want to be here, bye, now is your time. So to be completely honest, my period was like just my period. That I thought that was really it up until actually a couple years ago. And I really started to learn about menstrual cycle and our 28 to 29 day phases that we go through. Okay? So if you have a period, this might really help you. If you don't have a period, but you know someone who has a period, it might explain why we get so crazy at certain times of the month. Okay, so our 4 phases are going to be the menstruation, the follicular, ovulation, and luteal phase. All right, those are your 4 phases. So for each phase, I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts for exercise, and then as far as foods, what you need to be amping up and what you need to be avoiding. All right, so let's get right into it. I can't say it. Menstruation. All right. Menstruation. That's normally going to be your 3 to 7 day period where you're actually on your period. Okay, so normally during this time, I absolutely hate life. Well, not really hate life, but you know what I mean. And I don't want to work out. I normally don't even want to eat besides chocolate. And personally, well, for anyone, that's actually really bad. Okay, so really for your period, you want to be making sure that you're eating every 3 to 4 hours so that you're getting that nutrition and that your hormones are staying balanced. All right, and that's going to help you avoid some of the fatigue, some of the cramps, and things like that. Now, sorry that, being part of a woman, it comes and you're gonna have cramps and stuff like that anyways. All right, but some of these guidelines will help you, and then maybe also help you understand why or what your body is doing. Besides all of that, so menstruation, 3 to 7 days, that's when you're in your period. All right, so during this time, you want to exercise a little bit less, and you want to kind of go with the flow, like do more of walks, yoga, bike riding, things that you kind of like enjoy a little bit, so it's not such a drag to get off the couch or out the bed. All right, but do remember that you're gonna have less energy during this time, so you also need to respect your body and make sure that you make rest a priority. Okay? All right, so as far as foods, and then generally during your period, you want to avoid doing like high intense cardio. Also, you want to avoid doing heavy weights. Foods you want to eat, now a lot of times when I get on my period, like, I don't know, I always crave coffee, I guess because it's warm and sweet-ish. But you want to avoid caffeine and you want to go for like hot teas, mostly like chamomile for soothing your stomach. You also want to have high iron foods like any types of lentils or beans. You also want to have lean proteins. Dark chocolate is always the best. And you want to avoid things like caffeine, salt, fatty foods, liquor. All right, so our next stage is going to be the follicular. I don't know why the words are weird. I kind of like that word. Anyways, follicular. That one actually starts at your day 1 of when your menstruation starts. So during this period, your period happens. That's your normally 3 to 7 days or whatever. And then right after that, you're going to have this little teensy tiny window where you normally feel super energetic. You feel awesome. You may be really horny. And you just want to take over the world. Okay? And then right after that, I go into ovulation. So for follicular phase, you basically, when you get that increase in energy, you really don't have any workouts that can be off limit. Go for the heavy weights, go for the long distance runs, go for the hardcore workout, whatever you want to do, you got it. All right. Then foods you want to really focus on, your body is going to rely mostly on carbs during this period versus fats and proteins. So you're going to generally get a lot of carb cravings, and you want to honor those cravings and eat a lot of things like healthy carbs, not like donuts. You want to eat like potatoes and quinoa, and you can even eat like pasta and stuff like that, but try to eat like whole grain or gluten-free or something that's like, you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be like super duper healthy. but find something that's going to be better off for you. Okay? All right. Things you want to really avoid are going to be your like white breads, Hawaiian breads, stuff like that. You're also going to want to avoid like your chips and really snacky foods like little M&M's, Skittles, all the little tarts, sweet tarts, whatever they're called. Like just like those little colored candy stuff. You want to really avoid a lot of that stuff during your follicular stage. All right. So on to number 3, which is your ovulation stage. All right, this is also another pretty short window. This is going to be 3 to 4 days, which is generally 14 days before your first day of bleeding. Okay, so for this period during ovulation, a lot of it is going to mimic like your feelings for your menstruation. So you might be a little fatigued, feeling a little weak, like, you know how it goes. I ain't even gotta, I ain't gonna go there, but you know how it can get. So a lot of times you'll feel less motivated during this time, but you can continue doing the same type of workouts. Like your body is still stable enough so you can do that high intensity and stuff like that. But it might take a lot more work to get your butt off the couch. Okay? All right. So if you do feel bad or like really sore or, whatever, listen to your body, lay off a little bit and just respect that. Okay? Foods you want to you want to eat a little bit less carbs and you want to focus more on anti-inflammatory foods because this is the time that we start to bloat and all that cool stuff. So you're going to focus on foods of vitamin D. You want to eat a lot of fruits, vegetables, nuts, salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds. Make sure you get your fiber in. All right, guys, so our last phase is going to be the luteal phase. And your luteal phase is generally going to be on days 14 to 28 or 29, whatever, of your entire cycle. All right, so during this time, you're going to generally probably have like a high influx of energy at the beginning. And then by the time your period's about to come on, you're going to be feeling low. So just expect that, know that it's ready. For that, you can also do your workouts, maybe a little more high intensity during the 14-day period. And then once you get to day 28, you need to be laying off a little bit, prioritizing rest more. Okay, so generally most of us get have iron deficiency problems, and that generally peaks when we're on our period. So during this period, we really want to bulk up our nutrition and make sure we're getting an adequate amount of iron so that we'll be ready for our period and have less cramps and just overall. Okay, so food cravings, so your body also depends more on healthy fats, which are going to be like avocados, nuts, things like that, and protein versus carbs like they did in our other phase. Okay, so for this phase, kind of the same foods. You're going to go greens, quinoa, dark chocolate, spinach, pumpkin seeds. They're really good. Avocados, kales, and then beans and stuff. A lot of beans, lentils, really high iron rich foods. Okay? All right, so that is it for today. If you have any more questions, you can go so deep. There is so much research, but I did list below some of my resources that I did pull, so you can definitely look at that, look at more in depth, and then they have like millions of little links you can click out to check out more about it. But I hope this helps. It's kind of just like a little teeny bit of information in a nutshell, but hopefully it gets you digging and just help you learn more about your body. Awesome. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for joining.